Should we give the Cowboys credit for an all-time great comeback or crush the Falcons for falconing?
All right, so the Cowboys vomited throughout the first quarter all over the football, turned the ball over in a way that's just ridiculous. 3 times within 10 plays. And the Falcons, for the game, they scored 39 points and didn't have a turnover. In the history of the sport being played, since they keep the stats from 1933, it has never happened before. This is how the game was decided at the end with an onside kick. It was perfect. He hadn't had a successful onside kick since 2014. And this is what Zuerlein ends up doing. The Falcons taught not to touch it within 10 yards. That's a calamity. And then, of course, the Cowboys win the game at the end. That's crazy. We've never seen anything like that, literally.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easy. The Cowboys had 5 turnovers, if you include those fake punts that didn't work, that were turnovers on downs, which they absolutely are when it comes to field position and everything. But you cannot win a game like this. As much as I want to give Cowboys credit, they made important plays at important moments. You cannot give them credit before you give blame to the team that blew that. 5 turnovers. You can't lose when you have 5 turnovers, and you scored 39 points and somehow managed to blow it. And I know we're going to focus on that onside kick, but the players were doing what they were coached to do. In that moment, you don't touch the ball. Anyone who's ever been on the hands team, believe it or not, Dan, I was on the hands team many times at the Denver Broncos, and I knew if the ball is under 10 yards, you do not touch it until it crosses that line, because if you don't recover it, it goes the other way. But in that situation, anything is better. You can just kick the ball the other direction, slap it, touch it, lay on it. Anything you could do is better than what you did, was just wait for the Cowboys to get perfect position and then put you out of your misery. But I guess you're not out of your misery if you are a Falcons fan, just like my man Bomani Jones, who lies about being off that narcotic. But I know he was hurt. He was cut deep seeing his boys give another win like that.
Why would I be hurt? Dude, I did better for myself by now. I'm out here doing outreach for everybody else and just reminding y'all, you ain't got to live like this. Like, with all the misery that's going on in the world, you don't have to compound your own misery by rooting for a football team that's been abusing you your whole damn life. Let me tell you a story. It was the day of the Super Bowl in January of 2017.
Man. Let
all right?
this man rest. Let him rest.
Let me explain. Let me tell you what happened. All right. I went to get breakfast at Big Pink in Miami. Right. I'm there, and some dude is walking out as I'm walking in, and he thought he was going to be slick. And he walks past me. He was like, I heard what you've been saying about Atlanta, Bomani. He didn't even look up. The sucker just kept on walking. And I was like, oh, word? And I said to him, I was like, I ain't saying nothing about Atlanta. What I said was about the Falcons. And what I said is that they going to break your heart, because they always do. And they going to break your heart today. And guess what? 28-3 lead, and then your heart got broken. Because I've been telling y'all from the very beginning, what else is there for you to expect from the Falcons other than what they have done for over 50 years? This is what they are. This is what they do. And if you keep signing up for it, it's because you like it. What have they given you to like? What exactly have they done? What was it about the quarterback fights dogs that didn't tell you that maybe, just maybe, you need to find a new team?
Oh, man, I was surprised. I hadn't heard that story. I thought when you said Super Bowl, it made me think of another story that involved a great man, maybe even
you're talking
a man
about
of the
the
year.
time that the man of the year got caught soliciting a prostitute the night before the Super Bowl and then got burnt on a deep route in the same game? Is that the one you talking about? You got anything else? I've done this on television before. They could just press play on it. Yeah. I've been done told you what this is. So people, if they get mad at me for saying that Matt Ryan isn't a Hall of Famer, what the hell are you putting him in the Hall of Fame for?
You're an honest guy, Bomani, so I believe you when you say you're off that narcotic. But the emotion that you're showing right now suggests to me like somebody who is high on that Falcons narcotic and has had their heart broken again.
Every time you hear me sound like that, I'm talking about what it was like when I was on the narcotic. Gotcha. Now that I'm off the narcotic, you ain't heard me weep about that time that they scored 2 points in a playoff game. I just told you about it. You ain't heard me weep about what some of the other stuff. Oh, when they had the lead to the 49ers in the first half in 2012 and then they didn't win it, because that's just who they are. I know who they are. Why don't you know who they are?